If somebody did try to do something really terrible, well, then the collective will of others could overcome that bad actor.
The chatbot driven by artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, made waves on the internet on November 30. In the first week after its release, it had already amassed more than 1 million users. It's a no-cost web app that, when given input, generates text responses. You can feed it any kind of information and have it make anything you can imagine. Although ChatGPT is relatively new, the technology that powers it has been developed by the business OpenAI for quite some time. In 2015, a group of philanthropists led by Elon Musk established OpenAI as a non-profit organization. The project's goal was to find ways to build AI that would benefit humans while also being ethical. And you might think Musk would be pleased with the enormous response to his AI invention, but he's not. Soon after Musk became Twitter's CEO, he restricted OpenAI's access to the company's tweet archive. Musk has been vocally critical of the corporation on Twitter since 2020, when he claimed that Microsoft had taken OpenAI and turned it into a closed system. So, what's going on with OpenAI's ChatGPT and why does Elon Musk against it?
Probably is the best of the available alternatives. The best of the available alternatives that I can come up with, and maybe somebody else can come up with a better approach or better outcome, is that we achieve democratization of AI technology, meaning that no one company or small set of individuals has control over advanced AI technology. I think that's very dangerous. It could also get stolen by somebody bad. Like some evil dictator of a country could send their intelligence agency to go steal it and gain control. It just becomes a very unstable situation, I think, if you've got any incredibly powerful AI. You just don't know who's going to control that. So it's not as though I think that the risk is that the AI would develop a will of its own right off the bat. I think it's more that's the concern is that someone may use it in a way that is bad. And even if they weren't going to use it in a way that's bad, that somebody could take it from them and use it in a way that's bad. That I think is quite a big danger. So I think we must have democratization of AI technology and make it widely available. And that's the reason that obviously Yumi and the rest of the team created OpenAI was to help with the help spread out AI technology so it doesn't get concentrated in the hands of a few.
Although Musk was a co-founder of OpenAI, he is no longer actively connected with the company after resigning from the board of directors in 2018. Microsoft then invested $1 billion in OpenAI to fund the research and development of AI technologies for eventual commercialization by Microsoft. But how is this even possible? The goal of OpenAI was not to generate revenue. Microsoft is a for-profit company, so how did it get $1 billion investment from them? The key here is that before OpenAI secured the money from Microsoft, it operated as a non-profit. And after several years as a non-profit, OpenAI has changed to a capped profit organization. This concept proposes that investors can get a return on their money, but only up to a particular ceiling. And so, extra revenue will support OpenAI's efforts to ethically advance AI research and development for the betterment of humanity. This may seem like a reasonable middle ground at first. OpenAI can preserve its original aim and pursue technological advancement thanks to private support. However, this solution is not a give and take when all the facts are considered, and it is ensured that the first investors receive a return of 100 times their initial investment. This implies they must make $100 billion to repay Microsoft. But with that kind of ROI, the cap is a joke, and OpenAI is just like any other for-profit business. Microsoft's Azure cloud computing platform is where the company's ChatGPT technology is now being offered to businesses. They are apparently in discussions to invest even more money into the now profitable company, so things are clearly going well. Now, Musk has long been concerned about the threat AI would represent to society. if and when computers surpass human intelligence. He established OpenAI as a non-profit organization whose primary goal is to advance humanity's well-being and protect it from harm. While once a non-profit organization, OpenAI quickly changed its mission to focus on making a profit. ChatGPT team and other technologies that OpenAI is releasing may seem like innocuous party gimmicks now. However, they have the potential to radically transform our economy and society in the future. And now, let's go back to when OpenAI was founded and what's really happening with the company today. Several RIC engineers, including Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Y Combinator's former president Sam Altman, came together in 2015 to launch OpenAI. Musk considers AI a game changer that will affect every facet of human life, and his work on Tesla's self-driving cars using AI is arguably his most monumental task. However, he worries much about the potential threats to civilization that artificial intelligence may bring if it falls into the wrong hands. Because of this, he helped form OpenAI, a non-profit group dedicated to making AI accessible to the masses while shielding it from centralized control. It was initially established as a non-profit with initial funding in tens of millions of dollars. Since it was a non-profit organization, its founders had no monetary interest in its success and could not reap any financial rewards. And it was completed entirely with selfless motives to encourage the development of AI responsibly. Sam Altman has taken on the role of CEO at OpenAI, making him ultimately accountable for all business-related matters at the company. Meanwhile, Elon Musk sits on the board of directors but has no active participation due to his time constraints as CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. You see, the concept of artificial intelligence is not fresh. In fact, Dartmouth University is credited with initiating the initial studies of what is now called artificial intelligence in the 1950s. Artificial intelligence is essentially defined as machine-level perception, synthesis, and inference, and artificial intelligence is already being used in practical settings. As an illustration, Netflix uses AI behind the scenes to determine which series and movies you would most likely appreciate when browsing your suggestion list. While a Netflix suggestion might not appear innovative, it is impossible without AI. And without AI, Netflix would have to employ tens of thousands of people to compile personalized suggestions for each of its subscribers. Of course, this is impossible to accomplish. Needless to say, content suggestions and related use cases are a long way from the source of dystopian threats that Musk is worried about. This is because older kinds of AI were built to do a single function and were incapable of performing other tasks. So, to cut a long tale short, they lack original thought, and OpenAI's goal was to create AGI or Artificial General Intelligence, meaning that the computer can perform any action that a person can. OpenAI's first attempt was to design a natural language generator that can comprehend and generate human written language. That would evolve into what we now know as ChatGPT. And this technology might one day replace human customer care representatives by reading consumer communications and automatically replying to them. Employing AI to generate content for websites and other documents might one day displace human writers like journalists. And the only way for AI to reach human intelligence is to be taught by humans. OpenAI's chatbot was trained by reading through billions of pages from various sources, including Wikipedia, Twitter, and others. However, there is far more material on the internet now than any human being could ever hope to recall, but a computer can store it practically indefinitely. The AI's ability to decipher human speech patterns makes it far more dangerous. The AI learns how humans communicate by analyzing billions of interactions between actual people online, and it's a bit problematic since doing so would need significant financial investment. AI needs a legion of supercomputers running non-stop to process the billions of available data pages, and the price tag for this may well research the hundreds of millions. The organization does get funding from wealthy individuals such as Elon Musk. However, they could only put so much money into something with no return on investment. Elon Musk's departure from the board of directors in 2018 was a further blow to the company, and Musk left because he was concerned about potential conflicts of interest with the automaker's AI development. Meanwhile, Microsoft provided enough funds when Elon Musk couldn't. The tech behemoth made an enormous $1 billion strategic investment into OpenAI in 2019, and this includes providing them access to the immense computational resources available on the Microsoft Azure cloud. However, there was a condition. Microsoft has a legal obligation to increase its stockholders' returns, so they weren't handing them the cash for nothing. OpenAI changed its tax status from non-profit to capped profit to accept Microsoft's investment. However, as I previously said, this ceiling represents a 100-fold increase over the initial $1 billion invested. Therefore, the profit ceiling is meaningless and absurd. Operating as a for-profit business, OpenAI counts Microsoft as its most important strategic partner and stakeholder. In addition, OpenAI has made several advances in artificial general intelligence, thanks to the many years of research put in by its staff and Microsoft's massive supercomputer network. Now, before we continue, I'd like to thank you for getting this far. And if you want to know more about OpenAI's ChatGPT, then make sure to watch till the end. So, there have been 3 primary outcomes so far. First, there's ChatGPT, an AI chatbot. Second, DALL-E 2 is a tool that lets AI create images. Finally, Codex uses AI to write computer code independently. The resulting software is state-of-the-art. OpenAI is using the free availability of ChatGPT and DALL-E 2 as a marketing gimmick. However, they will probably start charging for it in the coming years. It doesn't matter how absurd the artwork may look. DALL-E 2 will draw it if you tell it. It may be argued that ChatGPT is even more spectacular in this context. For example, it was given a decade's worth of Apple's yearly revenue statistics and instructed to write the programmatic equivalent of an animated line chart. This is when ChatGPT's greatest strength becomes evident. It can be instructed to make changes based on the history of the results it has provided. In addition to that, you may utilize ChatGPT to publish articles and respond to inquiries. Basically, it can perform just about whatever you want it to, and the results read like they were written by a person. But there's a big catch. There is a gap in its understanding of current events because its training data ended in 2021. However, this problem is anticipated to be fixed in the soon-to-be-released commercial edition of the service. Microsoft has begun offering OpenAI-based services to its commercial clients as part of the Azure Cloud Computing Platform. Some examples of early applications are generating texts for marketing materials, reading and summarizing legal papers, handling customer questions, and coding. Now, it's hard to exaggerate how much of a game changer this technology may be. Reporting and writing are 2 of the most common jobs in the world, employing millions of people. Additionally, ChatGPT's AI technology might automate mundane writing chores, including creating email marketing materials. Many news stories might also be written by computers, and jobs for software developers may be in jeopardy as well. Even more impressively, Codex has the potential to act as a force multiplier. It could enable a single engineer to produce the same amount of computer code as 10 individuals would have in the past. However, if we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, the issue of unemployment could be the least of our worries. The effectiveness of ChatGPT comes from the fact that the generated text cannot be differentiated from the human written text. However, this also creates a tough gamble. You might not be able to tell if an article or other piece of writing you read online was authored by a human or a computer. Additionally, if the scammers had access to software like ChatGPT, it may be extremely challenging to tell robots from people. ChatGPT might also be used by businesses to fabricate product excitement on social media platforms like Reddit. Political and ideological groups might produce multiple propaganda articles to influence public opinion. Furthermore, Microsoft and OpenAI said they will install protections to stop consumers from misusing the technology. We all know what happened when Zuckerberg first claimed in 2005 that Facebook values its users' privacy. As with any rules, there will always be some wiggle room. Since Microsoft is a for-profit enterprise, it owes it to its stockholders to err on the side of letting its customers do anything they want. From the outset, Elon Musk was aware that there was a possibility that this might become an issue. In fact, he set up OpenAI as a non-profit organization specifically to accomplish this goal. Because of this, no one would have to make the tortuous choices between financial success and moral principles, and that's what has Elon Musk so riled up. OpenAI was established as a non-profit, open-source project. Both are no longer true, and it doesn't matter how good Musk's intentions were. He still ended up creating a monster he couldn't tame. So, what do you think of OpenAI's ChatGPT? Do you think it poses a threat to humanity in the future? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And while you're at it, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons as well. Now, if you want to know more about investing in AI, then make sure to click and watch this video right here and enjoy! And that's the end of this video, guys. See you next time!